Welcome to the Mike Peluso Outdoors here on URLradio.net. The more hits we play, the more hits we get. Joining me right now on this part 2 of this AIM segment is the tournament director and the head honcho. I wasn't sure if we're going to get him on, but hey, you know what? It's all good. I want you guys to introduce yourself and just kind of let us know as far as, you guys don't know this, but in the first part of this program, I talked a lot about the AIM, a lot about the format coming here to North Dakota. We're super excited about it, obviously, as an angler. I'm pumped about it. But first and foremost, we want to hear the plans, the excitement for next year. Where are we going with this? And I'll let you guys introduce yourself, and you guys just kind of rock and roll here, and I'll turn it over.
Yeah, thanks for having me on, Mike. This is Jesse Beekle. I'm the tournament director based out of Bismarck here. And we've talked a lot with the teams about where they want to go because, quite honestly, this isn't our circuit. This is their circuit. Obviously, we want to be on good bites at great times on great bodies of water. So, we're looking to the spots that we were this year, and maybe we need to add another tournament in there. So we've got some ideas from our anglers about where they want to be. What we'd love to have, we don't like it when teams come in and say, oh, it's a tough bite, and if somebody got a limit, they win. We want to have it where everybody's catching fish, and like this tournament here, it wasn't an issue of finding fish necessarily. It was, do we want to go after those bigger ones, or I think what a lot of teams did just by looking at the scorecard. They went out, got their limits of those 18 to 21 inchers, and then they went out to try to get on their own. They tried to get out and just differentiate themselves. So that's a lot of what we like to do. Great bodies of water at great times of year, so everybody's catching fish because it makes it a lot more enjoyable, exciting, and it's easier to get people excited about fishing when you do things like that.
Well, I couldn't agree with you more. I mean, obviously from a salvage standpoint right now, we just picked up Angler or Team of the Year, which is super exciting. But no, I think you guys did a fantastic job of picking the spots. I mean, I just think the bites were spot on. The venues were great. You guys did a wonderful job, taking care of all of us. I mean, really, when we look at it from a tournament circuit standpoint, and we're on the outside looking in because we don't always know what's going on as anglers, but you guys were always up front, honest. Let us know what you guys are thinking, what you're planning on. You name it. So again, I thank you for that, Jesse. I just think you guys did a wonderful job.
Mother Nature was very kind to us, other than that first tournament.
It really was. I mean, I look back at all those tournaments. That was the most miserable. I mean, yeah, Sakakawea on the east end was windy, but we were able to tuck back in the bay, and it wasn't that bad. So, again, I just think it was a great place to have it. We did the best of what we had each and every tournament, and again, I can't wait to see what you guys decide to release for next year. But I'm going to turn it over here to I call him the head honcho here earlier, but we're going to get to hear it kind of from the top, and I'm pretty excited to hear this from Denny Fox right now. Denny, give us your take on how you think North Dakota went overall. What are your plans and some of the different ideas you may have here coming forward.
Hey, Mike, thanks for having me on, and hey, thanks listening audience for tuning in today. As he said, my name's Denny Fox, and I'm the National Tournament Director for AIM Weekend Walleye Series. Mike's talked to you about AIM before, and I'm going to talk to you for about 20 seconds about it. Let me just tell you where we came from. In 2009, AIM was started by 77 people in the industry who took a liking to the fishermen and not about all the other politics that's wrapped around it. They wanted a circuit where the fishermen could exploit their sponsors, and somebody that they could, without bias, could walk on stage with any shirt and talk about their sponsors. AIM was started, Anglers Insight Marketing. In 2014, they decided to do a team circuit, a weekend circuit, because when AIM started, it started with catch, record, and release. And if you don't know what that is, it means that we catch the fish, we measure them, and we put them right back where they were caught. Over the years, conservation and conservative-minded people have seen what damage we've done tournament fishing to certain fisheries. And it's not because we're taking more fish out of there. It's just that we target the bigger fish. So by us targeting the bigger fish and putting them back, we're a very conservation-minded effort. In 2014, when we brought on the team circuit, we were able to expose many anglers across the whole walleye belt, the northern part of the United States, about CRR, and it's well accepted. They're loving the fact of not killing fish. They're loving the fact of not bringing them or babysitting them in live wells all day long. As it grew, we had a Wisconsin and a Minnesota division, and they're flourishing over there. It's just, they're doing an awesome job. The anglers are in the 90s at every tournament. And for a first-year circuit here in North Dakota, Mike, you guys averaged 48 boats in 3 qualifying events, which is fantastic for a startup. But we know there's many more anglers here in North Dakota, don't we, Mike?
Oh, we're gonna push it hard, Danny. I couldn't agree with you more. You guys have done a wonderful job. I think there's so much room to grow and just keep progressing on this deal. I look at it as the match made in heaven for me, and the reason why I say that is because I'm a guy that when I fish tournaments, I don't want to rely on the luck factor. I want to rely on let's go fishing, let's catch as many fish as we can. Let's catch the biggest fish we can, because you know what? They're safe. They're fine. They're going back. I can catch them tomorrow.
That's right. You're not hurting the resource.
You're not
catching them.
And to me, I think that speaks, light years on what this tournament circuit's all about. And I cannot thank you guys enough for bringing it here to North Dakota, because I begged and pleaded to get something like this here, and we finally got it. I'm so excited. And having you guys in charge and running this thing and moving forward, I just cannot believe that this thing won't turn into the biggest circuit in North Dakota within the next year. So I'm super excited.
I agree with you 100%. We've got great sponsors that help this go along. We were presented this year by Warrior Boats and Yamaha. The real coup de grace, the whole North Dakota division is what you just qualified for, and that's the national championship. It's not a national championship where you and your buddy team up and fish this and make the national championship, which 10 teams out of North Dakota just did, and then have to pay some exorbitant fee. It's a free tournament. Check this out, guys. Now listen to me real close. It's a free tournament where you fish against 30 other boats from 3 states, total of 30 boats, for a $50,000 Warrior Yamaha package.
No discredit to Four Bears Casino Lodge for putting this tournament on, but I'm going to take those odds over anything I can do inside, honestly. I just think the world of that. I think, my gosh, where can you go and fish a tournament like you spoke in the rules meeting? You're fishing on 30 teams for $50,000.
It's unheard of. It's unprecedented.
It is.
It's totally unprecedented in the walleye world. And you know what else is cool, Mike? We're CRR. Now that's the newest way to do a tournament, and catch, record, and release is here to stay. And I suspect in the next 5 to 10 years, most tournament circuits are going to go to it. You know what's neat? Is because we're on the cutting edge, and we've always been on the cutting edge. We'll be bringing more cutting edge. We're in the electronics age, right? So we're going to be instituting more and more online. This year we used a company called Pro Chatter, and the guys were able to post pictures of their fish to Pro Chatter, and all day long on our Facebook page, you could actually go to our Facebook page and watch it unfold as the tournament unfolds. Not wait for 6 months later. And every guy could exploit their sponsors in every one of them pictures.
Oh, 100%. Cool. I think the world of it. You and I will discuss this more in the future, but we got some other things that we're working on, actually that I'm working on, that I cannot wait to sit down with you and show you. You're going to be excited about it, because it'll do one of two things. It's going to make this thing easier and way better, and I can't wait. It's going to be fun, but the Pro Chatter has been awesome. Unfortunately, I'm not one of the guys on it yet, just because I hate to say it, I'm way too wired when I'm fishing. I don't know if I can handle it, but not to take anything away, Danny, I just want to speak real quickly with Jesse here real quick. Jesse, overall, how do you feel this whole tournament circuit went, in your mind, being that you're kind of from the area and you know what's going on here?
Yep. I actually used to fish the Ames circuit on the big boys when it first started, and got to go and fish some of those tournaments where it was awesome bites. I actually won a tournament where it was 200 to 300 fish a day. You just couldn't keep lines in the water. And, Mother Nature really helped us out this year with a lot of our tournaments. We're developing that relationship too with the state. At the beginning of the year, they they didn't know us and we didn't know them. We're learning each other, and we'd love to come out with this circuit a lot earlier next year. But, it comes down to this. We want to go to the great bodies at the great times, and there's no reason guys don't want to fish when you have the opportunity to catch fish like that.
Cool.
So
no, 100%. I couldn't agree with you more.
I actually, J.R. Carter had a story earlier today about a local that was fishing next to him, saw him take a hero shot of a 26 3/4 inch fish, and then he put it back, and the guy said, You're in that tournament today, right? Yeah. Well, that's the kind of release it is? Yeah, that's the kind of release it is. And he was like, that's cool. Because that guy knew that there was a 26 3/4 inch fish down there, and it made him fish a little harder. I actually had a gentleman who sought me out earlier this year that hated tournament fishing, that he made a point to find me to let me know that somebody was fishing his spot that was a pro, and he was putting everyone back, which he thought was cool, and he was fishing it different than this gentleman had ever. And not only did he fill him in on how he was doing, he had an extra one of those, what he was using, in the boat, and he threw it over into the guy's boat.
Awesome.
And he was like, not only was he putting all of my fish back, but he showed me a new way for me to catch my fish.
There you go. Grassroots of growing and developing this. Denny, any last thoughts you want to throw at this before we close out here? I want to thank you guys for coming on the program. Again, I'm going to talk about this a lot more throughout the course of the winter. I'll probably give you guys a call and touch base on you, maybe after you guys announce the championship, where it's going to be. It's going to be exciting to talk about that. I'm super excited, but any closing thoughts?
Yeah, I just think that everybody in the state of North Dakota should come on out and give it a roll. They should test and see what it's all about, because CRR is here to stay.
Couldn't agree with you more. Jesse?
Thanks a lot for having me on, Mike.
Hey, I appreciate it, guys. It was an awesome year. I want to thank you guys for everything you've done. This has been the Mike Peluso Outdoors here on urlradio.net. The more hits we play, the more hits we get. Look forward to talking to you guys a little bit later, and stay tuned, because I'm guessing we're going to talk a lot more about the AIM Walleye Series. Thanks.
Awesome.
Thanks, you guys.
That was good.
That was awesome. Yeah, you'll see it on there.
I like it better when I'm not on camera.
It's way easier.
Great figure for race.